company?
McDermott Group has been in business for 50 years. It started off as a plumbing and heating business. It continues to do that today, but it's now involved in many sectors, from property development, architecture, mechanical and electrical services, software development, so a real vast array of products and services that we offer to the marketplace. Social housing has always been key to our business. You know, it's where the business started, and we've worked consistently in the social housing market ever since, and will continue to do so in the future.
One of the questions that I would ask you to consider yourself is, how many pieces of data does your own organisation collect in a year? From multiple different sources, either stock condition surveys, SHQS assessments, customer service questionnaires, rent information, employee information, void inspections, letting agreements, asbestos registers, CP12s, EICRs, energy performance certificates, the list goes on. You collect loads and loads of data. And what I'm going to hopefully do today is ask you how you manage that data and what you currently do with it. Across the world, how we use data has changed incredibly. So every 2 days, we create as much information as we did from the beginning of time until 2003. Every 2 days. An incredible, incredible number. So how can we put that in a way that you can try and visualise how much data that equates to? If you burned all the data created in one single day onto DVDs, you could stack them on top of each other and reach the moon twice. Huge, huge amounts of data. The days of filing cabinets are long gone. Computers have digitised our world, and the reduced price of data storage has meant that we're storing more and more and more of it. So, ways that you can use this information. So there's two key areas. So there's business intelligence. And business intelligence is a technology-driven process for analysing data and presenting actionable information to help executives, managers and people within your organisation make business decisions. An example of business intelligence: what type of properties have had roofs replaced, when were they replaced, by who and how many roofs. So business intelligence will tell you what happened, when it happened, who it happened to, and how many of them happened. However, most of you will be gathering but in using business intelligence to greater or lesser degrees at the moment. Business analytics, however, is slightly different, because what business analytics does is say, okay, we know what's happened, so why did it happen? We know when it happened, so when will it happen again? And more importantly, will it happen again, or what will happen if we change X, Y, or Z? So it's about using the information you have and building up a statistical model to decide how to better manage your housing stock. Again, how you turn data into information. There's a big difference between having piles of data and having actionable information that you can work from. So a key thing that most RSLs are looking at just now is the net present value of the investments that they're making. Net present value is the difference between the present value of cash inflows, so your rental income, and the present value of cash outflows, so investment cycle maintenance programs, SHQS. NPV is used in most capital budgeting across all industry sectors, whether you're wanting to purchase an oil rig or an aircraft or a ship, to decide to merger with another organisation or do a business takeover, to build a skyscraper in New York City, or whether to invest in a masonette in Shettleston. It doesn't matter. You can use an NPV calculation to decide how good an investment that would be. One of the things that you should think is, how much is it worth investing in an individual property? And think, are you getting supplied with the information that you require? I was listening to the chat from Energy Saving Trust earlier on, and he was saying that by 2030 they reckon East is going to raise the targets up to a property having to be a band B. So on the left hand side, that's a good example probably of what you might need to do to a property to reach those kind of East targets for an older build property. So you'd be replacing windows, doors, kitchen, bathroom, roof rewire, all your cyclical maintenance stuff, EWI, loft insulation, floor insulation, perhaps an air source heat pump, solar PV, low energy lighting. So you could have around about £42,000 of cost and investment over that period. And of course you get VAT to pay on top of that, so that takes your cost to a little over 50,000. Now a typical ex-local authority property might have a residual value of around about £85,000, meaning that that net present value investment is worth £29,000. On the right hand side is an example of a new build. So you might spend £110,000 on a new build. Again, you still have to do your kitchen, bathroom, perhaps upgrade the gas boiler. Those properties will already be in a B status at the least, so £117,000. However, the VAT, and you're only paying the refurb items, which is £1,400. You're then getting £74,000 in ship money. So the total investment is £44,000, so you don't need to be a mathematician to work out which of the two is the better investment. But when you then take into account the residual value, your net present value on that investment is £47,000. North Lanarkshire Council. I'll guarantee that North Lanarkshire Council have ran net present value calculations on all their towers, which they're considering knocking down at the moment. An interesting statement that was made as part of that is these towers have been selected after analysing data such as demand for the properties and turnover. So what that tells us is that they're not only looking at the pounds and pence, the net present value, they're also looking at the sustainability of those properties in the long term. And from a sustainability perspective, what else can you use to make your investment decisions? Well, you could be looking at energy efficiency. The amount of staff and management time that needs to be put in to manage a particular property or a group of properties. Employment rates in the local area, SIMD indicators, fuel poverty, rent arrears, what the transport links are like, the length of tenancy. All of these items can be put together into a statistical score from 0 to 100. 0 being an unattractive place to live, 100 being a very attractive place to live. Data is pointless in its own. As I've said, it only becomes useful when you change the way you use it and change it into information. So what you can do if you work out your net present value and you work out your sustainability score is you can create a quadrangle scatter graph, an easy way to assess your housing stock. So what you have here is on each of the bubbles that you see is a street, but that could be an area. The bigger the bubble, the more properties you have in that street or in that area. The further across on the right hand side of the graph is the better the net present value investment. The further across on the left is the poorer the net present value of the investment, so simply from a financial perspective. But then by taking all those other sustainability areas and creating a scoring matrix, the further towards the top of the graph you go, the better the sustainability, the more attractive a place that is to live. The further down to the bottom you get, the least attractive a place that it is to live. So where you want everything to be is in that top right hand corner, because it's a good financial investment, but it's also got a good sustainability score. But then you've got the flip side, so the top left hand, it's a good financial investment, but it's not scored well in the sustainability factors. So you can see why is it not scoring well in the sustainability factors, and look at where it's scoring low and put initiatives in place to try and improve them. Where you don't want anything to be is in the bottom left hand corner, because it's a poor financial investment and it's also got a poor sustainability. The top right hand corner you're going to invest in every day of the week. You've then got these two areas. So you've got the bottom right, where it's poor sustainability but it's got good net present value, and the top left where it's a poor investment but got good sustainability. And then the bottom left-hand corner are the properties that have a poor sustainability and poor net present value. In North Lanarkshire's case, that's likely where all the tower blocks sit, and that's why they've decided, I'm guessing, I wasn't involved, that that's maybe not the best route for them to go. Thank you very much, folks. Any questions? Thank you.
Data is key to the social housing sector. They collect data from several different sources and compile all this information, but it's how they use that to better the services that they provide to their tenants. So we offer data analytics services which can mine all that information and give them it back in a usable format that they can make business decisions from.